definitely a challenge. First time directing is always a little bit nerve-wracking because it's untested, and you tend to read all these stories about directors who got ill and had all kinds of crazy problems, and actually the shoot went pretty smoothly, I found. I think I got ill in post-production because I sort of suddenly started thinking, oh, we're over now and it's just editing, and then I ended up getting sick. But the shoot was great, and I made sure to get a lot of experienced people around me. I had a very experienced producing partner, very experienced cameraman, and you just make sure that people around you have done it before, so when you start panicking they just say, calm down, we just do A, B and C. Oftentimes the people who you really want are just busy, they're on another job or something, and so you have to try and find someone who works, and very often you fail upwards. The person that you make an offer to who says no, you end up finding someone who's even more right for the part the next week. So it is kind of a crazy process, but I ended up feeling really good about every single person who I cast, and in some cases was able to sort of even turn down some slightly better known actors, because this is one of those sort of 10 Little Indians stories where you don't really want to know who wins at the end, or even who makes it through to the last few. It came from a telephone call with my best mate. We were kicking around ideas for a short film, and he said, well, I had this idea about some school kids who go into an exam hall and they turn over their sheets of paper and they're blank. And I said, oh, that sounds cool, what do they do next? And he wasn't entirely sure. He was just thinking, they express themselves, they do origami, etc. And I said, well, what if we turned that into more of a job interview scenario and we made it a real sort of life or death job? We must get this job. That would really sort of bake your noodle to turn over a sheet of paper and find it's completely blank. If you're this big type A personality and you're prepared to write an amazing essay about why you should be hired, or to deal with any intellectual challenge, and you have absolutely no guidance at all. And I thought, well, that's quite surreal and that's quite interesting. I think I liked the idea that in the beginning of the movie you might identify with the character who is most similar to you in terms of race, gender, hair colour, or whatever it may be. Oh, that person looks a bit like me, or whatever. But as you go on through the movie, you start to realise that maybe one of the other characters has more of an outlook or a personality that matches yours. So maybe your allegiances would transfer more to what they're like on the inside. So yeah, I think there's a lot of different worldviews in there, and they're probably all little bits of my personality, really. There's the ambitious part of me, and the psychological part of me, and the team player side of me, and it's just all split up into different characters.